Broadcasting live from the Brent Morrison bomb shelter and missile silos in the heart of beautiful downtown Pekin. It's Tuesday Modern. Hello everyone, I'm Evil Bob, your resident head in a box, and tonight we got an exhibition night. No real standings taking place, no real... Well, to be true, only AJ and Dakota showed up. So, AJ Kinsman will be running through a little bit of a gauntlet of a deck, and Dakota's been wanting to get some reps in. The only problem with Dakota getting reps in is he's playing a Stantard deck. AJ's playing a little bit of a gauntlet. He's going to be starting off with goblins that he's reworking. Technically legal goblins now that the ringleader, officially came out in M20.
Did they pass the bar exam?
What?
They passed the bar exam? That why they're legal?
Ryan, I love you so very much. But yeah, we're gonna find out what we got going on. So yeah, no standings changing. This is just a nice little friendly exhibition, and I didn't plan this, but those are some beautiful wings behind my head.
It's like the angelic version of some of those D&D monsters that are the skulls with the bat wings or whatever.
Was it Variles? Groviles?
Oh.
Groviles? No.
That's a plant starter.
It is a plant starter. Whoops. What am I doing?
Got you sidetracked immediately.
Vargul.
Oh yeah.
So I was close. Varguli. Slightly larger than human head, about 18 inches high, with a wingspan of 4 feet, weighs about 10 pounds. They speak infernal. Vargulis. Okay, AJ has a lot in play. He's got the Aether Vial, and there's the Ringleader, and that's a boggart. What kind of boggart is that? Boggart. That is... Oh, is that the Goblin Banneret? Yeah, Frog Tosser Banneret. Goblin and rogue spells cost 1 less. So Rakdos Goblins AJ's putting out there, and Dakota is already down to 11. And I totally don't have them on the wrong side here. So Dakota's trying to put up some sort of a fight against a finely honed modern deck with his standardy goodness And I'm not even gonna try. I think that's something green.
Looks like a creature.
It does look like a creature. I believe it is a creature. Aside from that, the only damage is AJ pinging himself for 1 to fetch with his Blood Crypt. Or Bloodstained Mire.
Okay.
Blood Crypt is the shock land. I get them confused a lot. Because I'm terrible. And he's gonna come down with that new Rakdos Goblin that's just gonna kill them both. Yeah. It is sad that nobody else did show up tonight because I believe this deck would have been fun to watch.
Okay.
Taking on modern opponents, but these are the times that we live in, and we are given what we are given. I got the Angel of Sanctions behind me for tonight, in case you were wondering. They are working on game number 2 of this first match. They're just going to go until both of them have had enough, and I'm fine with that. We're not going to get full rounds out of it, but
it's not likely.
It's not likely, but you know, we never know. I mean, they could just have fun, but while we are getting ready with the sideboards, do have very special. Oh, good. The cleaning bots have gone to sleep. The Oofy Preserve. I got to bring it down a little bit. I'm gonna bring down the vibe just a little bit and talk real nice to you. Why am I bringing up the Oofy Preserve so quickly? Well, that's because we have donations to the Oofy Preserve. BAM! I like how the chroma key works well on these. It's just like all cut out and cool.
It's like another future card backing. Three
new brown Oofies for the Oofy Preserve, brought to us by the ever lovable, ever witty Mr. Ryan Cope.
Yep.
Thank you, sir. He rescued them from a Chicago area LGS? Suburb, area LGS. Greater Chicagoland area. And as he found out, every Oofy gets a show-off, a shout-out, thank you, Ryan! And my personal gratitude. Thank you, Ryan, for delivering these Oofies unto the preserve. If you would like to get this praise lavished all over you, you too can send your Oofies into the address on your screen. Titan Games, care of the Oofy Preserve, 4450 North Prospect Road, Suite Charlie 6, Peoria Heights, Illinois, 61616. And as before mentioned, every Oofy receive a show-off, a shout-out, and my personal gratitude. Or you can do what Ryan did and just put them square in my hand. If you want to go through the U.S. Postal Service, or UPS, or FedEx, or DHL, or drones, or DoorDash. I'm sure you could DoorDash an Oofy.
That's a fun URL to probably say. DoorDash.com.
DoorDash.com. Not sponsored by DoorDash. Could be sponsored by DoorDash. I will shill for money. I love sponsorships, and you can ask anybody. I am brand loyal. If I find something that works well for me, by God, am I only going to use that for that purpose? I am also going to speak volumes to my friends ad nauseum about how amazing your product is. Just ask Super Monkey Butt Powder. I mean, that's... whoo! I cannot stress the importance of monkey butt powder. Read with the song Barbara Ann. Bam, 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 panorama. Bam, 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 panorama. Bam, 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 panorama. Woo! Bam, panorama. Bam, panorama.
Only way that could have been that card could be better for this situation is if it was card 409 of the set.
But wait, there's another bit. It's like, you got me sacking my panorama, searching for an island or a plains panorama, panorama. Oh, thank you, Stubbs. I love you very much. Bam panorama, bam panorama, bam panorama. All the bam panoramas. We even have the band hammer on the bam panoramas. Funnest name in Magic to say. Hands down, Bam Panorama. Okay, Dakota has that thing out again, whatever it is. Mystery to us. AJ again starts off with a, what is that, a Skirk Prospector or a Spark Caster? What in the world? I believe it's a Skirk something. Oh. Well, it's not a Skirk something. What in the world? Is that a Goblin Prospector? Nope, that's a Skirk Prospector, and that's not there. Just wish that deck I'm working on could run them. Sadly, have to run Naya Panorama. I mean,
that's not bad.
You could run Panorama. I mean, how much do you really need mountains?
Yes, they got 2 of the 3 colors at least.
Yeah. I mean, you could also write underneath Naya, wish it was Panorama. Sounds like something I would do. Bam Panorama. Bam Panorama.
I also got that scene from Blazing Saddles where the sheriff was doing the candygram to Mongo. Bam Panorama.
Panorama for Mongo. Bam Panorama for Mongo. The bitch was inventing the panorama. Good! Bam Panorama. Naya, wish it was Bam Panorama. So AJ is just flooding out with his goblins, tapping Krenko to put all the tokens into play. See, it may seem like Dakota's doing nothing, but he is trying to make sure everything's still open. He is trying to his deck is based around one of the new legends. Yarok. Dakota's deck is all based around Yarok. Now, Yarok is a Panharmonicon on a legendary body that triggers on any permanent entering the battlefield. So, or triggered abilities to trigger. So, he's trying to do this. He's trying to Yarok. The problem is Yarok costs 5, and it's in a standard shell. AJ is, unfortunately for Dakota, running a tight modern deck, which is designed to outpace fast combo. So that's really the problem that Dakota is running into is the lack of ability to stand up against AJ. Now it looks like AJ is switching decks over to possibly see how Dakota's deck runs against something else. Trying to remember what AJ has available to him. He does have Ad Nauseam, which isn't much better of a chance. He also has Tron, which might be a little fairer. He also has, I believe he still has Infect,
Maybe.
which possibly could be handled by a standard deck. AJ's other decks, I don't know. I would have to dig deep into the archives to try to find out what all he has. Let's see here. AJ, not Legal Goblins. AJ, Tron, Hollow One. He does have Hollow One. Titan. EJ did not play. Zone. AJ did not play. Zone. Looks like he was not in attendance. This is back when school was still in, so we gotta have. So odds are it's probably Hollow One or Tron, but who knows? I mean, it could be anything. It could even be a boat.
Those are good to fling at people.
I prefer mine in bananas.
Okay.
All right. I have to make an excellent throw. I don't want to make an excellent throw.
Oh. Where's all those Taurus when you need them?
Who said Calvin? That was great. You're loud. You are loud. Aw. AJ's helping the young one with math. Just need Gisha, Verdant Sun's avatar. And AJ's starting off with a Thoughtseize, which means this is probably Ad Nauseam. Could still be Hollow One too, so let's see here. Dakota shows all of the standardy goodness. And based on AJ's hand, I still can't tell what he's playing.
I think I saw a plane.
Oh, it's John! He's playing John!
Okay, so my eyes deceived me.
Oh, what do you think it was?
I thought he had a planes in hand.
Oh, no, I see red and green.
Okay.
So that's
Well,
John.
the-
I forgot AJ was a big Jund guy.
I think that's like my third favorite from that set.
Yeah, it's Jund. This might be the most fair matchup for Dakota to go against. Because Jund does Jund things. It's just... It just does them effectively. So it's not like super fast. It's very mid-range. It's very, very durable, very controlling. But Jund doing Jund. So yeah, I could see him pulling this out to see if Dakota gets a chance to do something. Nope. Nope. And Tarmogoyf goes jumping in front of whatever that thing is. I'm gonna find out what that thing is. It is not. Oh, there it is. It is a Leafkin Druid. Ah, okay. That thing. That's what Dakota keeps getting out every time.
Yeah.
So AJ inquisitions one more time and actually sees the Yarok and has really no idea what to do with it. So Dakota is up to 21 somehow. Goyf is a 3/4. It was attacking for 3, takes him down to 18. Seems good. You're not really there, are you?
And not sure exactly how to pronounce that, but the Lemmy.
Justin's here. It's eat like you mean it, or eat like no one's looking.
Okay. There's other ways of doing it.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't think so, but it's good to see you, Justin. Exhibition nights tonight. We've got South Dakota versus AJ Kinsman. They're the only two that showed up, so they're just getting some reps in with a couple decks, and Dakota's playing his standard deck because he wants to see how it fares against just other decks. AJ tore him apart with Gabos, and now he's fighting against the Jund Horde. But thanks for stopping by. I always appreciate it. I love you. Miss you.
He actually is literally on the south side of the table. Dakota. I'm just pointing it out for you.
Some people only eat a certain amount of food when in front of others because they don't want to look like a pig. Not this guy. Give me that food cone every meal. You know, Ryan and I can agree with that. You know, disembodied floating head and an amazing wit. This is the feller that absolutely rivals myself for the best puns / dad jokes / observational quips in history, and I raise my bottle to you, sir.
I just hope they don't actually do the donation thing at the Friday night things. They were joking about a while back.
Oh, that'd be terrible.
Yeah.
What islands are those? Okay, those are definitely the unstable islands. I gotta go to island.
Like Atlantis?
No, that one just sank.
Yeah, because it was unstable, right?
No, it just sank. You can be very stable
okay.
and sink. Yeah, all of the unstable lands were borderless. That makes amount of sense. There it is. The only border they have are the bottom border and the color of mana across the top. And with the blue one and the plains, they're very hard to see, but there is a blue band that says island at the top there you can probably see. But yeah, they're all like that. And like I said, I didn't want to like these things just from the picture on the interweb. I would easily just pass on them, but then I saw them in real life and it's like, damn, these are pretty.
I think the forests were my favorite of the set.
The forests are good. I'd like all of them. Let's see if I can go to unstable.
But then again, that's kind of in the
Right.
cards I tend to play is the green. Which is why I like Naya so much, is just because that was kind of
Right.
the mindset.
These are all
Also, Godsire being my first mythic was probably an aid towards that too.
Godsire is hot.
Still have the token somewhere.
8/8 beasts.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Yeah, the swamp. They're all just got really, really nice feel. I think they're all done by John Avon too, which really helps them out.
And then also the other borders, it has more of the more immersive feeling, I think.
Right. Let's see, that was the swamp. Here's the plains. It's just nice, beautiful little wheat field, and you
So
get the sun.
it's almost like a scene from like 300, right?
A little bit, yeah. Yeah, it's very, oh my god, I lost his name. Who directed that?
I can't remember.
Oh my god. All I got is Frank Miller in my head, and that's not right.
I could see where that would be coming up, but
I know. Zack Snyder. It does very much feel like a Zack Snyder inspired land. And then the mountain's just strong and forward. It's a lot of people really, really like these lands. They really knocked it out with the presentation, the appeal, and just the overall likeness for them. And then the forest right there. Yeah, they're all really, really good looking. And there's only one art per land, so getting them to match wasn't an issue. So a lot of people like that because a lot of people can't play unless their lands match. And multiple options on these kinds of lands were just not a thing. My still go-to is unglued. I still prefer unglued.
hi.
What's up, Jose?
I'm not Jose.
What's up, Jenny?
No.
Calvin?
No.
Hobbs?
Hobbs?
No.
Scooby-Doo?
No, I'm not a dog.
Well, okay. Heathcliff?
No.
Spider-Man?
No.
Cat?
Bobby, no.
Ashlyn?
Yes.
Oh, I thought I was gonna get you. Ash from Pokemon.
I'm not a man, I'm a gal.
There have been a lot of basic lands.
Yeah. Well, seeing as what every set has at least one.
Yeah, most have 4 of each kind.
Plus, maybe some additional ones that
There
weren't
they
from a
are.
set.
Unglued. Now I just gotta go here and find the plains. That's the forest, island. That is
What
my
is that
favorite
spider
basic land. What?
creature? What is that spider creature?
That is a Surskit. It's a water strider.
Ew.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, that is my favorite basic land of all time right there.
Gotcha.
Uh,
That's what my baby brother says. Gotcha.
Gotcha. You're still
Or
not
got
there.
you.
Okay, so AJ doing another Inquisition and stripping that elf And Dakota pulls another elf. Never gonna get it. Never gonna get it. Terrible, terrible at excellent throws anymore.
They're the only players.
Okay. Yeah.
What?
They're the only players.
They're only what?
They are the only players.
I know. I
Maybe
know.
people forgot it's Tuesday.
Maybe people did forget it's Tuesday. Did you forget it was Tuesday?
No.
I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to them.
Oh.
You know, they. I gotta talk to they. Because they forgot it was Tuesday. They. Them is not they. You don't say them forgot about Tuesday. I'm talking to they. Because they forgot it was Tuesday. So I'm gonna talk to they. They, you out there? See, now I'm all sad because I had already said I'm not going to be streaming on Thursday because Shopkeep got to be a good daddy.
Vacation or something, right?
Yeah, he's going to the Dells. Yeah.
Wisconsin Dells.
No, the Minnesota Dells or the New Jersey Dells.
We're not going to
There's only the Wisconsin Dells. That's the
We're
only place
not
that's the
going
Dells.
the
Well-
normal Wisconsin Dells for vacation. We're going to St. Louis.
Going to St. Louis?
Yep.
Going to St. Louis Dells?
No.
Or-
Just
or-
St. Louis.
We could also still go to the computer stores.
Computer stores?
Yeah, get some
Ah,
Dell there.
Get some Dells. Computer Dells.
What?
Gotta get some computer Dells.
Wisconsin Dells is amazing.
Those are my favorite flavor of chips. The new Dorito Intel.
My favorite chips are like Gargettos.
Gardettos. Those aren't chips.
Yes, they are.
No, they're not.
They are.
No, they're not.
They are.
They have a rye chip in them, but Gardettos is a mix.
So,
There's pretzels and breadsticks and rye chips and Chex Mix
more pretzels.
and more pretzels, but they're not
And honey
chips.
chips.
They're not chips. That's like calling a Cheeto a chip. You call Cheetos chips?
Yes.
Well, you're weird. Hey, Dakota has something in play against AJ, and it's gone.
What is this, an episode of South Park?
Oh, I'm gonna put this into play. I'm gonna turn it sideways, and it's gone. I think that was the vampire, that new vampire guy. I really, really like him. It's that's a Knight of the Ebon Legion. Sing it. Sing it to me. I like this guy. I like this guy a lot. He seems to be a common rare because I see a lot of people pulling him.
Okay.
But I think everybody should at least consider him for any black deck that they play because he's just good. First of all, you get a 1/2 for 1 mana. Secondly, you get a vampire and a knight. In EDH, there's a lot of synergies that run off of that. For 3 mana, he gets a 3/3 and Death Touch boost. And at the beginning of your end step, if a player lost 4 or more life this turn, you put a +1/+1 counter on him. So you don't even have to deal damage with this guy. That ability to go through. All you got to do is deal 4 damage, which if they don't have a blocker and you've got 3 open mana, guess what? They're taking 4 damage. Because, yeah, this guy's really good. I like him a lot. What?
Thanos.
That's not Thanos.
You look like it.
It looks nothing like Thanos.
His face does.
How are you getting Thanos off of that? For one, this guy has hair. For 2, this guy's holding a sword. And for 3, He's got like grape Kool-Aid on his lips. And it looks like AJ took that one handily over Dakota, so we're trying a new deck. You have a future in the choir, lady. Alright, excellent throw. Here it comes. Oh, excellent throw. Here it comes. Right there. Oh!
Close.
Bye! Bye, Hector. Bye, Alejandro. Bye, Nebuchadnezzar. Bye, Rat Queen. Ghost! Ghost! Yeah! Don't fall. And AJ's packing blood moons for something.
That'd also be kind of an interesting working with Dash Hopes for that guy's last ability. It'd have to be on your turn. But...
Right.
So if you could counter
I
their
didn't think
counter.
about him with Dash Hopes.
Well, it does say your end step, so you have to do it on.
Right.
But
Well, I mean, that would have them cast a spell. I mean, if only it were end of any turn.
yeah.
But I'm sure they played it up like that. What? Okay. I
Oh.
didn't hear anything.
Red
she said.
Dragons or something?
He's playing. Oh, mono red Dagrons.
Oh.
Okay, okay. That could be an interesting one.
That deck, I'm not sure I want to put any effort into actually trying to work that deck idea out.
What deck idea?
Well, trying to make a deck based on Red Dragon Inn. But that would be probably too much work.
That would be kind of hard.
Yeah.
Not impossible, just difficult.
Yeah.
I mean, all you would really need to do is like one for each character, but there are like 46 different characters.
And then on top of that, there isn't really any gambling.
But you can gamble.
Yeah, that would be the thing. Well, I was saying the anti part was not really.
Yeah,
there, so
there are no
That would have been even more.
Right.
And then, how do you get the drunkenness thing going? That'd be like the closest thing is the infect counters, but that's not quite the right thing either.
Yeah, but I
That-
mean, I don't know. Maybe less character than game mechanic. But yeah, I don't know. It could be done. I think it
But-
might be a little
It'd be a
more
bit-
work
yeah.
than
It's more of a. It'd have to be more of a stretch than the clue deck,
yeah.
and that already took way too much time.
And not everybody has played Red Dragon Inn.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody should play Red Dragon Inn.
I just had a sour experience with it personally. But
I'm sorry. It's not my intention.
Glance whatever he had, but
Hmm?
I know Dakota flashed a card to the screen, but
Ah.
he looked at it screen too. late,
Oh, he was Oh, okay. Yeah, that requires a level of pay attentionness
Yeah.
that I'm just not comfortable with.
But yeah. So he was also mentioning the whole not quite joke commander idea that you guys were talking about earlier with the whole theme but not tribal
Right.
thing, and I was trying to think of things to do for that.
Right.
My other thought was doing Alexa Zephyr Mage as the commander,
Okay.
and do the whole "Hey Alexa" kind of thing. But you have to do a lot of searches and.
Wow. That's
But-
good.
But it's a matter of how you fully do it.
Right. That's good.
And her whole thing is discarding to bounce things.
Yeah, discard 2 cards to return X target creatures to their owner's hands.
So I'm just not sure how useful of a deck it would be with her as commander and still be
Right.
useful.
Hey Alexa, return that creature to its owner's hands. Right, I'll get on top of that. Dirt, dirt, okay.
He was asking if I'd put together a deck for whatever you guys, if you guys ever get around to doing that. It's like, my probably best thing would just be rehashing one of the decks I kind of stowed away and working a little bit more on making it more cohesive type of thing.
It does sound good, and I did put the idea out there,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
there was only 4 of us there, so.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. All right. Excellent throw. Here we go. Stop jumping. Sit still. Yeah!
Just a daily one or for one of the actual quest things?
No, it's a daily.
Okay.
What are you talking about?
They all seem to have the same.
I thought they were talking about the Arbor Dryad, but
Okay. I'm just. Okay.
yeah, that's a sad state of what's happening in Magic too. Is the attack on Therese Nielsen?
Oh, I haven't really heard about it personally.
Apparently, she tweeted in liking or supporting like Alex Jones,
Oh, okay.
and because the incredible open-sided and all-inclusive group of people decided to attack one individual because their beliefs didn't share what their beliefs were. So yeah, shows real open-mindedness.
Yeah, she might have just liked one aspect of something.
Right.
Maybe. I'm not sure of the details fully.
It's like, oh my God, it's not like she's a neo-Nazi, or you know, she isn't advocating for the I don't know, killing of puppies, but it's, hey, this is how I feel. How could you feel that way? Because I do. It's like, okay, you know, that is just an incredibly bad reaction and poor sportsmanship, and even worse, personal showing. So that's all I'm going to say about it. I'm not going to get into it. I just think that it's very sad how one person has a thought that is in no way, and the entire community just lashes out. I don't get it. I don't get it. I do my best to not to keep this stream non-political, but I will comment on how other people take political too far. But that's what happens when you live in a two-party system, and you don't see beyond that line, which is another sad state. But again, we're looking at Dakota playing Standard, fighting AJ, playing Modern. Snow-covered mountain on AJ's side of the field. Let's see if I can keep this one in charge. Dakota had put down a Changeling Outcast. Changeling Outcast is a 1 mana. Whoops. Is a 1-mana 1/1 that can't block and can't be blocked. So do you think it's Andre 3000 or the other one? Anyway, Dakota tried to play a Selfless Spirit, maybe? And AJ casts a Blood Moon, says, no non-basics, thank you very much. Okay, so it's not... What is... Stupid standard cards. Nobody cares. Make me find out what they are. It costs 2. Is it a Bishop of Wings? No. It's probably not even M20. I have no idea what the heck that thing is. Standard something. So AJ puts a Sarkin on the board. That one. Fire Blood. Discard a card. If you do draw a card, add 2 mana in a combination of mana. Spend this mana on cast dragon spell screen 4. 5/5 red dragon creature with a flying token. Put them on the battlefield and swing away. And unless Dakota can stop him, AJ is going to give himself 20 power and dragons next turn. Or maybe the turn ever, just to keep... Oh, Glory Bringer. Glory Bringer. That's a Dagron. He is a 4/4 flying haste that would have dealt 4 damage to target non-dragon creature an opponent controls if he had one. If he exerted, he did not. So he just got himself a 4/4 flying flash. And we're going to swing away. And we're going to ultimate Sarkin next turn. So many dragons, so many lands. Mono red Dagrons is how AJ do. Boom. Shakalaka. 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 Bam, 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 panorama. Bam, 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 panorama. Bam, 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 panorama.
I'm also imagining that dragon driving a motorcycle.
Dragon driving a motorcycle.
Yeah. Because that's the ridiculousness of it.
Get your dragon running. Head out on the highway. Looking for adventure. Or whatever comes his way.
Yeah. In the stretch of a drag on race.
Hmm?
In the stretch of a drag on race.
Oh, drag. Ah. Apparently, it's a popular statue.
More than I'd expect.
Wow. Well, that motorcycle is a dragon.
Yeah, that seems more fitting.
Where's Goku on a dirt bike? I guess that's dragon on it. Wow. Wow. Less. I think this was my favorite. Why is this so?
I'm glad I mentioned the concept.
Oh. What's happening? Oh, Dakota's putting up a fight this time. We got a Chandra on board.
Even new token now. Oh, okay, not a token.
Is AJ gonna go down? First game of the night? And Sarkin? Is that gonna be enough? Take up, discard, draws into more mana? Question mark. So, something? I don't think it's enough. I think AJ's still dead. Wait. Oh, you have to... Oh. Fadeaway push. Get it gone. Untap. Dakota swings. He's a 1.
Well, what is that? See that image?
A scooter.
Yeah, that one reminds me of the swamp dragons from Discworld.
I could see that.
Almost.
AJ goes down for the first game tonight. Dakota pulls out the victory over a land-screwed AJ. Mana flooding is a thing that happens. And when it does, we all feel sad.
I'm a chipmunk.
Ooh. Does that mean you're Elvin?
I'm mostly Brittany.
Oh.
Bam.
Whoever wins gets whoever has the best card wins.
This is what happens when nobody shows up. Meep, meep.
Red light. You passed the red light.
Oh.
Okay, AJ has Sarkin out really fast this game.
I almost spit out my candy.
Do I?
I almost spit out my candy.
Oh.
You went without your candy? What?
I almost spit out my
Oh,
candy.
you almost spit out your candy. That was pretty funny, though. One more time.
Red light. Green light.
It's so little. AJ Sarkin goes to 1 on the attack.
Are you having the tears of joy?
Yes. Yes, I am.
Now we just need to get an animation later with like a bunch of them. You're doing one of those like rides to for charities.
Sturgis Dragon Run.
One more time.
Apparently, Pekin has a scooter gang, though. I saw a bunch of young teens on like Razor scooters
Oh.
over by parties
How did-
today.
How did he get it really fast? Uh-oh.
But yeah, I was gonna say it's like
It sounds like a machine gun.
yeah.
Red light. Green light.
We do have a Stormbreath Dragon, and as our stream constantly reminds you, never forget about Stormbreath Dragon. He is haste. He does have protection from white, and he is monstrous. He is a good dragon. Never forget about Stormbreath Dragon.
Because he stopped at a red light.
He did stop at a red light.
That's good.
He is a very good dragon. Oh my goodness.
You're making me laugh.
I'm making you laugh. Well, Dragonfly.
Stop laughing.
We're watching exhibition matches because only 2 people showed up, South Dakota and Mr. Kinsman, and we are laughing because we have a dragon on a scooter. Oh wait, if I do this right, hang on. I can. Let's see here. We can pop a wheelie. Let's see. Wing, 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 wing. We can also wee and wee. I'm guessing AJ won that one.
Yellow.
And it sounds like AJ's calling the one more round, so we've only got a couple more times for the dragon to go across.
Stop. As soon as you get there, stop.
So yes, this is what happens. So you're not missing much. It is good to see you, Rock. Oh. Anyway, but you are in time to see Mr. Kinsman play his mono red Dagron's deck, which is fun. It's Planeswalker supported pretty heavily with Sarkans and Chandras and dragons on scooters. Wish I could learn how to animate. Yeah.
Like, you know, like enough to make one of those
Right.
charity drives or whatever for making sure nobody forgets the Storm Dragon. Or
What'd you say?
We need sound effects.
I am sound effects. What do you mean we need sound effects?
We don't want.
You don't need any better sound effects than.
Stop.
This is our last one. I'm playing add-on.
Okay.
people keep on talking about that.
About Adnals?
Yeah.
Yeah. They go on about it.
Yeah.
They go on and on about it.
I'm gonna finish up with
Okay. Bye.
Bye. Now the fun part is when she goes up and tries to explain what's happening down here to her dad. It's like, there's a dragon on a scooter and he's like, if you would like to continue to see more high quality content like this, I would like to remind you that you can subscribe over on the YouTube channel. That's The Zone 521 if you are not already subscribed. And if you are, thanks a lot. Fantastic. You already know. If you're not, why not? I mean, you like fun. I like fun. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and then you can go ahead and tell your friends and tell your neighbors, tell your parents, tell your pets. Subscribe to The Zone 521 on YouTube, and together we can slap Ben Seidel, because when we reach 100 subscriptions, we are absolutely slapping that man right there. This is a fairly accurate depiction of what's going to be happening. But yeah, Ben really wants to get slapped, and can't do it till we got 100 subscriptions. So once we do, slaps ahoy! Oh. A new deck. I got an idea to build an Abzan Trees. Tree of Perdition and Tristichtophobia's win condition. I mean, it's not bad. I dig it. I don't see a reason not to. Knock yourself out. I would love to see it. And when you do build it, I will absolutely showcase it on Thursdays. At least once or twice. More if it works. I just really want to see somebody die to Tristichtophophobia. Now remember, you can only do it or do it with the Tristichtophophobia stack on the trigger. So what? Tristichtophophobia. So at the beginning of the upkeep, each player with 13 life loses. So with that on the stack, you activate the Tree of Perdition. So you just got to make sure you do it in the right order. Don't tree them and then Triskaidekaphobia. I mean, you can, but you might as well wait for it to be on the stack, because if they have a response, well, I mean, you got to respond to it first. But like, you put that on the stack and then you tree a perdition. So I really hope it works. I've been wanting to do something fun like that for a while. I didn't want to use Triskaidekaphobia. I had a much more convoluted plan, and it goes something like this. Step 1, have Tree of Perdition in play. Okay? Seems good, right?
Yeah. Strong start.
You also have to have a Bad Moon in play. Okay? So your Tree of Perdition is a 1-14. All right? Following me?
Yeah.
All right.
I might be thinking of what you're already going to say next.
What am I going to say next?
Swish power toughness?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you are so off. I said convoluted.
Oh, okay.
Come on. Tragic Slip. Target creature gets a -13 to end a turn, thus making your Tree of Perdition effectively a 0/1. Okay? Swap their life with Tree of Perdition,
okay.
putting them at 1. There's more. The ultimate end to that kind of scenario:
Ghost. Gotcha.
pay 2 life
Gotcha.
come on, and gut shot them. Yeah.
Yeah.
This terrible idea is brought to you by Bob.
Bob the famous.
What?
Bob the famous.
Bob the Famous. Head in a box. The one, the only head in a box. It's my gimmick.
Evil Bob.
Evil Bob. The famous evil Bob head in box. It's like calling yourself Famous Dave when you're just starting off.
Or calling yourself famous for pizza when you're at a general store.
I get my gas. I don't want to get pizza. I don't want to get gas both ways.
Yeah.
I hear people say that Casey's Pizza is really good. And I hear more people say that Casey's Pizza is a step up from cardboard. I don't know. I haven't had Casey's Pizza, so I can't say one way or another. Can't say they're famous for pizza, though. They are famous for giving Brian Murphy Shocklands.
Okay.
That is something they are famous for. What?
I'm a crab.
You're a crab?
A Brian.
You're a bratty crab?
Brian.
You're Brian? I knew it! Okay, Brian. You're Brian from now on. Now, is that a Brian with an I, a Brian with a Y, or a Brian with a schwa?
Why?
Ooh, Brian. I want a kid with a schwa in its name. That could be B-R-I schwa-N, Brian. Brian.
Have all the fun letters.
And get umlaut in there.
Yeah.
Put an umlaut over the I.
Oh.
Brian. It's like Motley Crue.
What's Brian?
Motley Crue.
Yeah.
Now, in their defense, the band did say they just crammed as many umlauts as possible over their name without thinking about it. But if you want to pronounce Motley Crue, it's Motley Crue. Because umlauts are crazy.
Yeah.
What?
She said if an alien comes to your planet and we play a game where she told me that if an alien comes to your planet and the first thing they do
I mean, if I were an alien going to a planet for the first time and I saw there was life, I'd act crazy too. It's like, it's like, what are you doing? This is how we say hello. Oh, this is not how you say hello here? How about...
That's what my sister taught me.
That's a good dance. That's a good... Your sister taught you that dance?
Yeah.
Hot.
Isn't that what the flowers do and the sunflowers, whatever, do in the Plants vs. Zombies?
Possibly. I thought you were going to say Conker's Bedford, and it's like, we can't talk about that on the street. That's a naughty flower with big bazooms, ta-ta-tee-ta-tooties, bumpa-bing-bangs, big jugs. Get it? Yeah. And I am sorry, Brian. I'm sorry, Bryn. I was absolutely going to use hot tech all night tonight. But we got sidetracked. We got sidetracked huge. Next week. Next week. Absolutely next week. What's the 24th? It's a Wednesday.
Well, what about the 24th?
Rating at
Oh.
4 p.m.
Okay.
It looks like... Because I already blew it because Danzy was nice enough to give me a raid for today, which I completely forgot about.
Oh, okay.
So, you're on the TV! Well, don't get stuck!
Oh, yeah.
That's how they get you! Can't you read? There's parking over there!
Oh, yeah. Well, I kind of missed one of my raids a little while ago, but...
I'm sorry. I apparently it's the Ox's speed form. I still need to get myself an up armored Mewtwo. They seem sweet. No, I said Mewtwo. No, I said Mewtwo.
But yeah.
No. So Age is explaining how Lightning Storm works, and in a nutshell, it's DS. So this is how Ad Nauseam works. You cast Ad Nauseam, you draw your hand. You're being protected from dying from the Phyrexian Unlife or an Angel's Grace. And then you throw away monkeys out of your hand since you drew your deck to cast the Lightning Storm, and then you just drop all of the lands that you drew off the Ad Nauseam and to throw 30 life at your opponent. And if your opponent has lands to throw it back at you, then you just pitch a couple more lands to hurl it back at them. But yeah, odds are not too much going on there. So
This
what?
is what I thought of coming to a planet if I was an alien.
Oh, now that's aggressive. You don't want to do that. You'll get poked with a sharp stick if you do that. I mean, I applaud you for going full bushwhacker, but who was your favorite bushwhacker, Luke or Butch?
I don't know what you mean.
Who was your favorite bushwhacker, Butch or Luke? Luke or Butch? I was always a Luke fan.
Okay. Is it
He seemed more with it.
Okay. Is it because he had a cool hand?
He did have some cool hands.
After he lost the first one, he got a replacement.
One time
Damn it,
when,
Ryan. What?
one time when we were in the car and my baby brother, when we were singing the song like.
How many brothers do you have?
One.
You can just say my brother.
My baby brother.
Does it make you feel better to call him baby because that means you're not the youngest and that you're big enough to pick on somebody smaller than you are?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. High five for honesty. Yeah.
But, the song with say goodbye to, ooh yeah, he was like, he was doing this, ooh yeah, ooh yeah, ooh yeah.
See, now your brother's got style. You need to learn some dance moves from him instead of relying on your sister to teach
Like
you
the
everything.
Kool-Aid Man.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. Now that's a real Kool-Aid man. I'm not saying that other people aren't also a Kool-Aid man, but that sounds like the Kool-Aid man. And I'm going to continue to degrade that because you tried to tax our fun, Mr. Murphy.
They get big plastic, and then they make legs and make a cup of a shape of the Kool-Aid Man. Then they put Kool-Aid, and then you put a face.
Yep.
That's how you make him.
Okay.
And you need some arms.
And well, you said that's how you make him, and then you're like adding some stuff on. Now you sound like you're trying to make Trogdor. And it's like, just keep one of those beefy arms. I said, consume it, bees, consume it. Oh, I can't wait for that game to show up. It should be showing up any day.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so fun looking. Because the Trogdor comes in the night.
What?
Yeah. He's burninating the countryside and burninating all the peasants. Burninating all the people.
Abraham.
And their thatched roof cottages. I said, thatched roof cottages! Because the Trogdor comes in the night.
And then you could have the Fahuga Gads for an encore.
Fahuga gods? I mean, come on, Fahuga gods. You're making a fool of yourself. I mean, mind games, board games. So come on, Fahuga gods. I am happy to announce, or happy to admit, that I do have that CD soundtrack,
Okay.
and it is amazing. Yeah, that's a brick wall there, sweetie.
And
You're not supposed to run into it. I mean,
besides the Kool-Aid Man.
because yeah, you're not the Kool-Aid Man.
I break through walls.
I did spend more than my fair share of time listening to the Fahuga Gads and whatnot.
I do like Fahuga
That's
gods.
probably Shazam.
My golem is named Fahuga gods.
Okay.
That's probably Shazam who breaks through brick walls.
Which Shazam?
The one in the movie.
Oh, the Sinbad Genie movie.
What?
Yeah.
The new one.
Oh, I'm sorry, you didn't have that in this reality, did you? You're missing out.
When I
You're
went
missing
to
out.
go to my great aunt Barb,
Your aunt, great
on
aunt.
her TV, I saw a video with Billy and Freddie and Shazam. They're sitting on chairs.
Wait. Billy and Shazam were in the same scene?
No, like Billy and Shazam and Freddie.
But they were all three together at the same time.
It's not in the movie.
Ah.
It's just like sometimes they say, always watch Shazam. Like that. They're sitting in chairs and they're talking about.
Sounds like an interview.
Billy had weird looking hair.
Well, yeah. Everybody knows that everybody wears a wig in movies, and every actor who's not on movie set in their wig for the movie has ginormous afro curls.
Especially Patrick Stewart.
Especially Patrick Stewart. You wouldn't believe it, he has an amazing bald wig that he puts on for almost all of his pieces, but yeah, giant afro curls. Now I have to do that.
getting a couple images tonight.
Yeah. I'm getting a panda backpack. I'm getting a panda backpack.
You're getting a panda pop-up. What?
No, a panda backpack. A panda backpack.
No.
Yes, I am.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Aren't they an endangered
Yes.
species?
Yes, I
Are
am.
you sure it's not like a sloth backpack?
No, that's my sister.
Oh, your sister's a sloth?
Well, she likes sloth.
Now, when you say sloth, are you meaning like the furry animal, or are you talking about the Goonies?
Hey, you guys,
Yeah.
settle down there.
What about the
So AJ is going off now. He gave Dakota, it looks like, 5 turns to do something against him, and he did get down to 3 lives. So very respectable. Just not enough. Oh my goodness.
Owie! That could have break my foot. No hiccuping. No hiccuping allowed.
Nope, no hiccuping. Who's hiccuping?
You?
I was not. You have no
Him?
proof of that.
Him?
He doesn't hiccup. I mean, he'll be the first to admit he does not hiccup.
Yeah. The only hiccups I know were dragon.
Dragon trainers? See, I knew where you were going with that. Immediately knew where you were going with that.
Why are you drawing?
He's got an idea.
I have an idea. And if I don't get it out, my brain will swell. And if my brain swells, the oxygen will be deprived of the rest of my body. And if the oxygen is deprived to the rest of my body, then I'm going to get lightheaded. And if I get lightheaded, then I may pass out. And if I pass out, the stream won't end. And if the stream won't end, how will you know when Tuesday's over? And if you don't know when Tuesday's over, how is Wednesday going to happen? And without Wednesday, there is no hump day. And without hump day, that camel commercial makes no sense. And without that camel commercial making sense, what's the point on getting Geico? And without Geico, who's going to sell you insurance? And with no insurance, you're just going for anarchy. And in anarchy, well, then you're just no better than the bears. So as you can see, I don't hiccup.
What? Wiping her face out?
You're giving away secrets. Don't give away secrets.
What?
Oh, that's a lot of section that didn't get
I
accounted
was
for.
Homer. Don't. I was Homer. Don't. Don't.
Are you doing at me?
I'm Homer.
Oh, okay. I'll call you that from now on, Homer.
No.
Remember, you did it to yourself, Homer.
Have you watched The Simpsons?
Don't trip over my cords.
Have you even watched
It'll be sad
The
if you do.
Simpsons?
You don't want me sad, do you?
No. Do you even know The Simpsons?
No.
And it sounds like they're packing up for tonight.
Little pack war.
Pack war?
Yeah.
Who's
Oh.
pack warring?
Oh, you're not packing up.
They're not. Oh.
I'm lazy.
Oh, that was
This is what I do.
Undo.
undo, undo. That's a wall there, Chief. What have we talked about walls?
Run into that.
I mean, if you want to.
Bye, Bob.
Bye, Dakota. Good job tonight.
Huh?
Good job tonight.
Yeah.
I wasn't being facetious. You got a victory, man.
Yeah. Well, he's probably thinking percentages.
Yeah. What are you huffing and puffing about? Don't, you're gonna hit my chords. Don't be sad.
Step 1, complete.
It won't take long. This one should be easy.
Oh yeah, he's
Okay.
on sideboarding or de-sideboarding, sorting.
Okay. Why is there's not enough space? Why are you so perfectly cropped everywhere? I mean, this will work. I just need
If you go check some of the black ones, you could just add some extra black background ones for the add some extra maybe.
I'm
I know that ability just after changing it to another color, but
Alright.
is that fun? Good. Correct answer. At least in that case. Sure is packing that deck box pretty tightly there.
Well, he is not one to waste space. Okay.
I need a new layer. Stay away from it. Oh. Looks like you're Dad might be almost done packing up. Packing it up, packing it in. Oh, okay, now I see what you're doing.
Oh, that is tiny. That will not work. Oh, that might. There we go. We'll just do that. Yeah. Much better.
Maybe a bit of rotation there too.
Oh yeah, I got that. I did that.
Yeah. I was just commenting on more than just resizing. I heard that. Your dad's calling.
Should be up in just a minute. Gotta shrink it a little bit more.
Bye.
Bye. Worth it. Okay, lots of dead there. Yeah, they ended up, AJ took all but one of the games, and Dakota did get there with one of them, but only because AJ got land flooded. But we're not here to discuss the reasons why. We are simply here to do or die. And just to prove the point about the hair thing, if you ever wanted to see Patrick Stewart in an afro, well, there you go. Giant curly afro. I mean, everybody in Hollywood, that's their hairstyle. I mean, without, I was Russian, or else I would make it look beautiful. And I may make this look beautiful because there's no reason not to.
Yeah.
So
Is it just
be
Patrick
looking
Stewart?
for that in the future.
Yeah.
But for the quick joke, had to finish that up.
Yeah.
So that's gonna. I'm gonna tuck you right down for a second. That's gonna do us for tonight. We had AJ and Dakota in house. Dakota got some reps in with his new standard deck, and AJ, I believe his goblins are doing pretty good. I do like the Rakdos goblins idea. Could be very powerful, very potent, and in the right circumstances, very successful. So
Yeah.
hopefully next week we'll have more than 2 people here. We'll be able to show off more decks. But do you got anything to say before we head out of here?
Just remind the folks that that they should probably look into spaying and neutering their Eldrazi.
could not have expressed that better. It is very important to keep the Eldrazi menace under control. Spay and neuter. Not just one or the other. Do them both, just to be sure. But spay and neuter your Eldrazi, because we don't want another Eldrazi winner on the horizon. So, I've been Evil Bob for a wonderful exhibition match. And remember, I won't be here on Thursday, but I will be back next Tuesday. Same bat time, same bat station. So, however you choose to live your life, I approve. Have a good night. Have a wonderful rest of your week and the weekend, and I'll see you back on Tuesday. Have a good one. Bye-bye.